Let's start with Kilkenny. Owen Murphy's spectacular save from Peter Duggan's shot in the All-Ireland semi-final against Clare will go down in history as one of the greatest saves in hurling. Facing Limerick today, who will once again have to be in top form. Kilkenny's All-Star full-back 2022, Hugh Lawler, is a key figure in this All-Ireland final. But also crucial will be the performances of last year's Young Hurler of the Year, Mikey Butler, as well as Tullaroan's Tommy Walsh will wear the number 4 jersey. Walter Walsh is a direct replacement for the injured David Blanchfield, but don't expect him for one moment to play in the defence. He will operate an attack as Kilkenny manager Derek Ling rejigs his team to get the balance right. Conor Fogarty and Adrian Mullen are Kilkenny's first choice centre field partnership, but the Erin's own Castlecomer man Conor Fogarty is most likely to be transferred to the half-back line in the redesign of the team. Martin Keown leads the Cats attack, and he's been in outstanding form, scoring 5 goals and 9 points over 7 games. Tom Phelan and John Donnelly will wear number 10 and number 12. The main man is at full forward is TJ Reid, as we all know is a brilliant hurler, and at 35 years of age is still producing the magic. He's great support in that inside line from Billy Ryan and Owen Cody. All 3 hurlers are potential match winners.
Yeah, Marty, I think the loss of David Blanchfield is huge. I think that half-back line of Kilkenny is so vital if they're trying to curb Hegarty, Reedy and Morrissey. The Limerick half-forward line went to town last year. They scored a goal and 13 points between them. So I think Blanchfield a huge loss, and it'll be interesting to see how that reshuffle goes.
Let's take a look at Limerick. It's the 136th All-Ireland final, and ironically it's Nicky Quaid's 136th competitive match for Limerick today. He began his inter-county career 13 years ago against Cork when he lined out at centre field. At number 3 for Limerick is a hands Dan Morrissey, who's proven himself to be one of the best full-backs in the country, but also the most versatile. Cornerbacks Mike Casey and Barry Nash are equally superb and do their number 1 job to defend with style and ease. The Limerick half-back line looks different, with Declan Hannon being a notable absentee. William O'Donoghue goes back to centre-back and will wear the number 6 jersey instead of his inspiring captain. Dermot Burns and Kyle Hayes will operate on the wings. Stand-in captain Cian Lynch will move from his regular centre-forward position to join Darragh Donovan in the middle of the field. 2 All-Stars, 2 brilliant hurlers. Consequently, David Reedy will now lead the All-Ireland champions attack, with regular number 10 and hurler of the year 3 years ago Gerard Hegarty on one wing and Tom Morrissey at number 12. The full forward line for Limerick is special. Aaron Gillan is a serious contender for hurler of the year, while full forward Seamus Flanagan and Peter Casey complete an inside line that will seriously ask questions of Kilkenny this afternoon.
Yeah, Marty, I suppose the loss of Declan Hannon, Sean Finn already out, but I think Declan Hannon has arguably, apart from being their leader, one of their great players in All-Ireland finals. William O'Donoghue will be tested. I'd expect TJ Reid to take up position there from the start and maybe try to test that relative lack of experience that Will O'Donoghue has at centre-back.
Match starts at 3:30. We're all excited and looking forward to it. Joanne.
We certainly are, Marty and Michael, and I swear, Michael, poor Anthony beside me isn't still grumbling about what happened back in 1998. As for this year's final of the All-Ireland, history is on the line. It's just a quarter of an hour away. 2 more men who've won All-Irelands for Limerick and for Kilkenny are currently in the thick of the action with Damien.
Yes, Joanne, in the thick of the action is right. Uachtaráin here in his absence today. Michael Lee Higgins is recovering from back surgery. Going well, we wish him well, so he's not here to greet the teams today. 35 millimetres of rain fell on this pitch over the weekend. It's incredible lick considering the ground staff have done a great job. I'm here beside Shane and Jackie. Shane, we see Larry McCarthy coming out here behind us. What's this like as an occasion? All-Ireland final day. If it's your first time, are the nerves rankling with you?
Oh, you're definitely nervous. I think anyone that tells you otherwise is probably lying. But, I mean, as a kid growing up, there is no place you'd rather be in any other capacity than on All-Ireland final day. I mean, for the bunch of players there behind us, I know Limerick have won a few, Kilkenny haven't won it in a while. It doesn't matter. Every day you come out and take to this pitch. We are even privileged to be standing here today. And there's another man as well, Damien, John Keenan was standing there. What a day it is for him as well, and you'd love that. I hope that all works out for him as well. Yeah,
so John is currently shaking hands with Larry McCarthy. He's waited a while, he's first All-Ireland final, and this will be his last major game as well. Jackie, you were saying to me a few months ago, you were nervous even watching your former teammates warm up. When you were playing, what was it like? Did the nerves get the better of you, or were you able to control them?
At this stage, Jamie, it's all about just getting to half 3, being fresh, not losing what you're about, your focus, taking into conditions, where's it wet, what's the breeze like, all those little factors. And there is a breeze blowing straight down from into the canal end, and it's kind of swirling. The underfoot conditions are greasy enough, so it's going to be a slippery day. Mistakes are going to happen. It's who can capitalise on those mistakes. That's going to probably have a big bearing on it.
I'm looking at the Limerick backroom team. There are people like Ava O'Day who've been there since the academy got the whole thing up and running. A proud day for all of those as well, Shane.
Proud day for a lot of people in Limerick, because I always go back to, only 10 years ago, none of this ever existed. So I said, it's glory time in Limerick and we just got to try and make hay. I won't say while the sun shines, but we got to make hay today anyway.
You're looking at handshakes now, Jackie. What's going through your head? Are you totally focused? Do you even see the hands that you're shaking in front of you?
We never shook hands back in our day because we probably cut the heads off each other before we even started, but this is a new thing and all that. I suppose if you're a player, you're probably waiting for the guy you're matching up with. Stare him straight down. This is the first battle to start with.
And just speaking of matchups, the final thing to you, Shane. Hugh Lawler and Aaron Gillan, the whole country's looking at that one. Can you see that actually panning out?
Yeah, I can, and to be fair, when Limerick struggled this year, Aaron Gillan was the one man that got him out of a hole. And I think if Kilkenny are to win today, Hugh Lawler is going to have a massive, massive job to try and curtail that.
Absolutely, and curtailing him is keeping him to 2 or 3 points, because Aaron Gillan, you don't shut him out. He's that good. You don't shut him out. So Hugh Lawler today, he can win this game for Kilkenny.
Okay, team is getting ready to go around. John Keenan is in the centre of the field, ready to go. Back to you in studio, Joanne.
Yeah, and a massive day for John Keenan as well. So many people really, really pleased to see him getting the job. We haven't spoken properly about TJ Reid yet. Michael mentioned in the commentary there about the possibility they look to really expose Will O'Donoghue at 6. TJ, we may have forgotten last year, had a huge game in the All-Ireland final.
Well, I think the big thing about TJ Reid is what he needs is space. And I actually think the best place to find space against this Limerick defence, because it's at a premium, is out in front of the centre-back. I think William O'Donoghue will like to sit back, and I think they'll try and get TJ in. And look, you've got players like Billy Ryan and Martin Keown who can come out and give him the break from time to time. So I think he'll sit out there at centre-forward. But then again, Kilkenny, you could see him at the edge of the square and he'd tell him puck it in top of me.
It's like he's been timing his run nearly, John, and I know he's at a certain vintage now. I suppose the legs wouldn't be where they were 5-6 years ago, but like the 4-week block before the Clare match was massive, and we spoke about it here on the day. I mean, the tackles and the turnovers he got in that day, here behind us on the 21-yard line, winning free outs.
And mentioning Gillan, and the importance that Shane said to Limerick last year when Kilkenny were under the cosh. It was TJ Reid that pulled them out of it in the final.
It'll be interesting to see. Cian Lynch has 9 on him. Will he be lining out in midfield today, or might he go back to the 11 position himself?
I think he could go 11, and I think David Reedy could go midfield. I think they might try and say Morrissey, Keane and Hegarty, and see, without Blanchfield, can they get an edge there?
In a word, will history be made today?
Limerick for me, Joanne.
Limerick for me.
Yeah, I'll make it 3 out of 3.
For 3 out of 3, making it 4 in a row. That would mean for Kilkenny joining only Cork, or for Limerick joining only Kilkenny and Cork in achieving that. Will that man have a big say in it? Most me live to trocht ascaige le fol serve our RT News channel agus an RT player le Pat Flory agus Gary McDonagh. History is on the line for Limerick, but can Kilkenny stop them? Our commentary team for the 2023 All-Ireland hurling final, Michael and Marty.
Thank you very much, Joanne. The atmosphere around Croke Park is electric. Just look at this. The pictures tell the story. Words are only here to enhance what you're watching. The tension is already palpable. The talk and the chat is over. The demand for tickets has finally stopped. History and perhaps even immortality beckons. It's game time. Every year, as tradition dictates, the Artane band parades the last 2 teams standing in the hurling championship around this hallowed ground. As it was 12 months and 1 week ago, it's Kilkenny and Limerick for the final battle. Limerick seeking immortality by winning 4 All-Irelands in a row and thereby joining the Cork team of 1941 to 44 and the Kilkenny team from 2006 to 2009. But can they do it? Surely, Kilkenny with 36 All-Ireland titles can't lose 2 All-Ireland finals in a row. Unthinkable in black and amber country. Can the Kilkenny Cats stop Limerick's drive for 4? The green jersey represents the people of Limerick today. We're also so proud when we see the green jersey of Ireland at the Women's Football World Cup in Australia, and we wish them the best of luck against Canada and Nigeria in the days ahead. For those of you who possibly couldn't get a ticket or are living or working somewhere in the world, like Sean Byrne in Sydney, Australia, Torrigal Carroll in Bali, Charlotte Cantwell in El Salvador, Seamus Daly in Portland, Oregon, and in Uganda, where hurling is being developed, and joining us like thousands of others, like the 22nd Battalion of the Irish Defence Forces who are deployed on a peacekeeping mission in the Lebanon. You are all most welcome. This is your day as much as the 82,000 people here today. The GA family has no frontiers, no barriers, and if you're new to Ireland, you're most welcome. I know many people close the curtains in their, there's AP McCoy looking forward to this and wonder who he's supporting. I know many people close the curtains in their sitting room today and gather around the TV and like us here in Croke Park, tuck every ball, hook and block every slither, and occasionally roar the TV. And I know many people also will have an empty chair in the room where a much loved one has gone to their eternal award. Like the late Pat Dawson, a former secretary of a Hand GA club and a neighbour of the Morrissey brothers, Dan and Tom, who passed away recently. So the scene is set. We hope that you're going to enjoy the All-Ireland hurling final. Michael Dignan is right here beside me. We can hardly hear ourselves speaking up here. It's going to be a humdinger of an All-Ireland final.
It is, Marty, and you're mentioning all the people watching in. Can I just give a quick mention to our great goalkeeper, Jim Troy. Jim and Mary are in Lanzarote. I think it's the first All-Ireland he's missed in ever, so Mary wasn't too popular last week. But look, to me, it's a fantastic atmosphere, Marty, and I've lucky enough to sit here with you for many years now, and it's my favourite day of the year. It's absolutely special. The build-up, the weather is not as bad as we thought it was going to be. As you say, Limerick going for immortality without their great captain Declan Hannon, without Sean Finn, and I've had a sneaky fancy for Kilkenny all week. I just think the collective, the team spirit might just be enough, but wait and see. Limerick could win it well, I don't know, but I think Kilkenny might just shade it.
50 years ago, back in 1973, when Eamon Cregan, Eamon Grimes, Richie Bennis brought Limerick to All-Ireland glory, it was pouring out of the heavens. We have something like this again today. We're going to pause as Jerry Grogan, who is always the announcer here in Croke Park, a good Castle Island man, announces that we're going to pause for our national anthem. Listen to the roar. Listen to the tingle of excitement running through our veins. It's a championship that began on the weekend of April 22nd and ends today, July 23rd. The match referee is John Keenan from Auckland, County Wicklow. A wonderful day for him and his family, as this is his very first All-Ireland final. He's the first Wicklow man to take charge since Jimmy Hatton at 63, 66 and 70. The All-Ireland hurling final 2023 is underway. Limerick won the toss, playing from right to left, dropping it down towards Aaron Gillane, trying to skip it away. Kilkenny under pressure. Kilkenny trying to work the ball out. Good work on this occasion as they play it down the wing, just outside the sideline, however. And Limerick converge on the Kilkenny midfielder. That's Conor Fogarty. He had nowhere to go. It's a sideline ball for Limerick.
Yeah, nearly danger there. Aaron Gillane isolated completely with Hugh Lawler inside. Lost control. Conor Fogarty got back wing back as we thought. TJ Reid out centre half forward. And Darragh Donovan on the ball. What a year he's having for Limerick.
From Doon, Darragh Donovan gives the ball away rather easily. TJ Reid, look where he's playing now. Giving it back to his brother, that's Richard Reid, younger brother. Nice ball out to the wing. It's Paddy Deegan. Paddy going to the middle of the field, floating it over the bar. Hello, Kilkenny. They have arrived in Croke Park, thanks to the brilliance of a man from Kilkenny City, O'Loughlin Gales, Paddy Deegan.
Yeah, great vision by Richard Reid. Paddy Deegan, 2 points in last year's final, starts off there with a great score.
Mike Casey giving it short past Cian Lynch, skipping by. Lovely to see him play since he's had so much misfortune with injuries. Hand pass, giving it quickly for as David Reedy, giving it back to William O'Donoghue, pumping the ball into space. Again, they aim for Aaron Gillane. Hugh Lawler is there, but Gillane has it, and the referee says he picked the ball off the ground, and that's going to be a free out for Kilkenny.
Yeah, and Limerick created a lot of space inside. Again, Hugh Lawler, brilliant there, got out in front, and there you can see Aaron Gillane picking the ball. Great call there by John Keenan, but Limerick created a lot of space inside there at the start. Kilkenny not playing with the sweeper.
Owen Murphy driving it down in front of the Hogan stand, shoulder to shoulder. Gone back is William O'Donoghue. Surely fouled by big Walter Walsh, his best man at Killian Buckley's wedding. But he's looking fit and focused. He's taking the place of David Blanchfield. But as Michael just described, he's playing in the attack, but Conor Fogarty gone back into the half-back line.
Yeah, John Donnelly in the middle of the field, and Owen Cody being picked up by Mike Casey, even though he's playing over the right corner.
Barry Nash with his first touch of this All-Ireland hurling final. Kilkenny winning the 50-50 ball. Good work on this occasion by Mikey Butler. Hugh Lawler coming storming out. Nice ball to Kilkenny attack. They will just glory on balls like that. Nice ball inside from Martin Keoghan. Slippery conditions, of course. We have to re-emphasise there's been heavy rain. That's a good block down off Adrian Mullen's efforts. Going back is Kyle Hayes. Back towards his own 30-metre line. Again, the sliotar squelching out of his hands, trying to get it. Good pressure by Kilkenny. They're up for it, the Cats, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and a great pass to play. Mikey Butler, first of all, winning the ball. He's picking up Seamus Flanagan. Won a great ball. You saw Adrian Mullen, brilliant block down by Darragh O'Donovan. And that's what you expect in our final early stages. Great tackling, great hooking, great blocking.
Derek Ling, first year in charge, 45 years of age from Earlingford. 10 years younger, TJ Reid. Little 1-2 between himself and Keoghan. Keoghan wanted back again. TJ over his right shoulder. My word, that's not going to drop in over the bar, is it? No, it's not. Just outside and wide. But only TJ would try it.
Yeah, nice little 1-2. Just drifted out by the right-hand post. Helter-skelter start, and huge space up here in front of the Limerick full forward line. I've counted a couple of times already.
Nicky Quaid's put out his aim for Tom Morrissey. Kilkenny getting the ball, getting the breaking ball as well, coming away with it. Sending it out towards Walter Walsh. Passing his own 65-metre line. Dropping this in. Dangerous enough ball. Nicky Quaid never took his eye off it. Comes out with it. Scoops it up. Spoon-like out far as Kyle Hayes. Kyle just almost hooks. Kilkenny doing the essentials of the game of hurling. Hooking, blocking. And you've seen some of it already in the opening 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Sideline ball again for Limerick. Again going to be taken by Darragh O'Donovan. Little 1-2 with David Reedy. Again, you see Kilkenny are putting in the hard work. Darragh O'Donovan laying it off. Far as William O'Donoghue. Cian Lynch looking for it. The number 9 from Patrickswell, the captain of the day, floats the sliotar between the posts at the Hill 16 end.
Yeah, beautiful work there. Darragh O'Donovan to Will O'Donoghue. Little triangle passes on to Lynch over the bar. Mikey Butler's actually following Graham Mulcahy or Peter Casey out the field here now and leaving, I said, that space inside for Morrissey being picked up by Tommy Walsh.
Little 1-2 for Owen Murphy. Drops it down. Good hands by Dan Morrissey. Almost had it first time. He's up there again, battling for it. Gathering it, however, is Owen Cody. Makes an angle for himself and sends that ball. The two hurleys fly as they clash of the ash, but the ball is wide. Nicky Quaid takes it very quickly. Carries Darragh O'Donovan, second wide of the match, but the referee wants the puck out to be taken again. Three Limerick full-backs are available for Nicky Quaid. He opts for Barry Nash. Kyle Hayes is also available. Saw that he was going to be hooked, sends it over towards David Reedy and company. Getting on a lot of ball in the early stages is Richie Reid. Good stick work by Tom Phelan. Championship time, the hits are going in. The shoulders, shoulder to whole shoulder, hip to hip. And the reaction from Will O'Donoghue says it all.
Yeah, Tom Phelan found out there, you cannot delay with that Limerick team. What a hit from Will O'Donoghue. See it there, maybe a little bit off the shoulder to shoulder on second viewing, but big hit there, and he really should have had that ball gone. Conor Fogarty was inside on the overlap, should have released it earlier.
John Kiley, 7th year in charge, has done a fantastic job with his county. Seeking history. Dermot Burns has scored a goal and 19 points in the championship journey so far. Won his 3rd All-Star last year. Face etched with concentration. He steps away. You know by the body language he's happy with it. It's over the bar. Limerick go in front for the first time.
Yeah, and he makes that look so easy. And it's not out there, that's into the wind, and he just pops it over like it was a 21-yard free.
Owen Murphy aiming for Walter Walsh, gathered by William O'Donoghue. TJ Reid putting the hurley in. Over for David Reedy. Had to grab the sliotar first time. 3 Kilkenny Cats around him. Ball is sent back under pressure, given away. Nice little touch. Adrian Mullen given a little bit of space. Looks around at the target, drops it in. Kilkenny in there, but Limerick defence able for the task on this occasion. Good play. Ends up with Kyle Hayes. Tom Morrissey hand passing their way out of trouble. Barry Nash is available for Darragh Donovan, but he was being held, and that's a free for Limerick between the 45 and 65 on their side of the field.
Yeah, and that passage of play just shows the huge confidence Limerick have. They're willing to work it out off the hurl, short hand pass. They have the skill level. I see club teams trying to do it. It breaks down all the time. It's frustrating, but they have that ability and that belief in themselves to do that and force the turnout, force the foul again there.
Derek Lang won 6 All-Irelands himself, including 4 in a row. He knows how difficult it is, and they're going to try and put every obstacle in front of Limerick achieving that remarkable piece of history. A little bit further back, different angle, but he hits it to the right and wide. No fault, in fairness to Dermot Burns. First wide of the game for the Patrickswell man.
That breeze really blowing now, Marty, down the field with Kilkenny. Very, very strong.
Owen Murphy going short. Kilkenny haven't scored almost 8 minutes of this first half. Got the first score from Paddy Deegan. Limerick getting on a lot of ball. It's Tom Morrissey from a half. Fires Mike Casey. Good pressure by Kilkenny. Not allowing the Limerick backs to come out with the ball freely. Stalemate between the 45 and 65. Ends up with Tom Morrissey, who started the move. He's lost his hurling. Hand pass over first Cian Lynch. Somehow he manages to get it. Sends it back over first Peter Casey. Casey pulls the brakes. Ducks inside. Skips around. Back out first David Reedy. David Reedy will try from here in front of the Hogan, but it's swinging to the right. The breeze a bit of a factor. It's difficult for Limerick in this opening half. That is their second wide of the game. Comes down past Conor Fogarty. Kilkenny coming through, trying to skip away his own Cody. Bearing down a goal! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Owen Cody from Ballyhale Shamrocks cracks the back of the Limerick net with an absolute rasper. Brilliant.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Just watching breaks here. Tom Phelan gets a little touch, but look at Cody's awareness. Takes it on, has a look, no stopping that. A brilliant goal. We've seen a few 50-50 balls going in there. Limerick have been dominating them, but no way could that be saved. What a rocket to the corner.
First goal of the match, first score of the game. All going on the black and amber side of the paper. Kilkenny 1-1, Limerick 2 points. Paddy Deegan looking comfortable at wing back. Has the time and the composure to find a teammate, and the ball is flying between the posts. Tom Phelan with the score, his first of the match. 3 separate scores, 3 separate players.
Yeah, and he has been involved now, Marty. He's caused a lot of hassle out there. He's working really hard. Took a big hit a minute ago. Great score for him. That'll settle him.
Peter Casey comes looking for the slipper. A wall of black and amber. He has nowhere to go. Referee felt he was being fouled. Adrian Mullen and company are protesting, but they're getting nowhere. The referee is adamant it's a free for Limerick.
Yeah, Peter Casey, look at this. He's trying to go forward. The right hand, there's the problem. He's just holding him up. Peter Casey had nowhere to go. You know, sometimes you see them giving the other way for over-carrying. It's that sort of game so far. There's only 10 minutes gone, and the amount of hard-hitting tackles that have gone in, who can last this? And we traditionally, Limerick have lasted out these games stronger than anybody else. But tough game so far.
Aaron Gillan's first free of the game. In 6 games, he scored 3 goals and 42 points. In a remarkable championship performance, in a remarkable championship journey. First attempt, and the sliotar flies over the black spot on the crossbar.
And that's not easy. That's out on the sidelines. His first touch of the ball, he had a couple of 50-50s in between himself and Hugh Lawler. Great composure to put that away.
You know, Murphy goes short. Tommy Walsh goes long. Knocked away into the path of Kyle Hayes. Quick hands fires Barry Nash. Tom Morrissey will need Barry again, but look at the chasing of Walter Walsh. It falls back to Barry Nash. Kilkenny are chasing this, everything. Away comes Adrian Mullen. Skips in. Chance opportunity here for Tom Phelan. He scored once, he scored twice. The man from Connacht Shamrocks is on fire in the early stages. Two touches of the ball, 2 points.
Sorry, Marty, but the pass from Adrian Mullen there, he just released it. Look, he was looking the other way, flicked it over the top. I think we got a yellow card there for Will O'Donoghue as well. He followed through late there on Adrian Mullen, gets the yellow card. Early in the game now to be carrying the yellow card at centre-back, the way Will plays so physically.
Nicky Quaid goes long, dropping it down towards Gerard Hegarty. But Kilkenny, interestingly, have 2 players around him when Nicky decides to go. Great block down again, this time by John Donnelly. Nicely picked up by the goal scorer Owen Cody. Makes an angle, he's out around the 65-metre line, laying it off as Kilkenny go in pursuit of more scorers. The body language says this time the ball is well to the right and wide. Third wide of the game. 2 shots at goal went over the bar. I think he's allowed 1 to go astray.
Yeah, and here's the late tackle here, just coming in just a head high. Look, a bit silly really for Will O'Donoghue, you know, to hit him with the arm there. No need, the ball was gone. Interesting just the way the teams are playing. Limerick playing the short passing game, Kilkenny going very, very direct all the time.
Tom Phelan pulling on it first time. Sideline ball going to Limerick.
He'll be taken off for hitting the ball on the ground these days.
Well, it's great to see. Bit of ground hurling. John Kiley has found himself with Paul Kinnerk and Alan Cunningham in these sort of situations all through the Munster Championship campaign. It's early days. We're not even at the 14th minute yet. As Diarmuid Byrne's going to take this sideline cut.
Hegarty, Gillan, Flanagan haven't touched the ball. Limerick aren't playing it in. They're doing a lot of passing. Kilkenny happy with that. They're closing them down out the field.
Playing it along the surface. Not too sure Gerard Hegarty expected it. Linesman Liam Gordon is the man in black over there. Gerard Hegarty going to take this. You can see from the flag beside Gerard that it is quite strong, the breeze favouring Kilkenny in this opening half. Rolls it back towards Tom Morrissey, but again Kilkenny nipping in. Great catch, Diarmuid Byrne leaping up into the air, laying it over as Cian Lynch, sending it along the surface. Kilkenny scooping it away.
Oh, that was a late hit by Diarmuid Byrne on Mikey Butler, I think.
And the referee has spotted it. There's a reaction from Kilkenny.
That looked high. Watch it here now. He flicks it away and he keeps going.
With the ball squelched away from Mikey Butler's grasp, Diarmuid Byrne's his momentum carrying him through.
Yeah, he kept going, but it's definitely going to be a yellow card. Don't think it's any more than that. But
John Keenan. But just, I think, making sure that Mikey Butler is able to resume. He's a great bit of stuff, Mikey Butler. Scored a goal against Galway, All-Star last year, Young Hurler of the Year. But Diarmuid Byrne is going to be booked. And if it is a yellow card, it means 2 of the Limerick half-back line are now on yellow. William O'Donoghue being the other. And there's only 15 and a half minutes gone. It's early to be conceding.
It's very early, and
cards.
it was silly as well. But I would just say they're very sensible refereeing by John Keenan. His first All-Ireland final, he took his time before he made the decision. He had it. He let things calm down. He had a look at Mikey Butler, and I think he made the right call at the end of it.
Kilkenny's 1 goal and 3 points, by the way, all coming from play. "32-year-old Owen Murphy from Glenmore. Same club as the legendary Christy Heffern, and that's all the way. That is a brilliant score. Shot stopper, point scorer, Owen Murphy, All-Star keeper, 2016, 2018 and 2021.
Yeah, plays a lot of hurling out the field, brilliant strike, but it does show you the win, Marty. Again, we're commenting a good bit on it now.
Nicky Quaid to Kyle Hayes. Will O'Donoghue flicking it back for his Mike Casey. Ball into the space in front of the Cusick for Seamus Flanagan. Great defending by Tommy Walsh. In there helping out is Tom Phelan. 2-1. Infantry arrives a little bit late as Aaron Gillan recognised that Seamus Flanagan was having difficulty. Sideline ball going to Kilkenny.
Yeah, the work rate is huge. You're just stopping Limerick getting that ball in their hand first time. There's someone on the tackle every time. It's working so far.
Nice little bit of wrist work and hip work by Paddy Deegan. Shifting of the balance allowed him the space. Good work by Martin Keogh. surviving the tackles. Walter Walsh didn't really connect properly. He knew he kind of got it at the tip of the hurl, and that's his Kilkenny sport wide. Mickey Quaid goes quick with the puck out. Dara Donovan scooping it over for us, Barry Nash. Cian Lynch surrounded by 3-4 Kilkenny players. Referee John Keenan felt he was being fouled, and that's going to be a free for Limerick. Three times an All-Star, Cian Lynch, twice Hurler of the Year. Diarmuid Barnes has scored 1 point. He's also picked up a yellow card.
The Limerick forwards haven't scored anything yet. No score from the Limerick forwards 18 minutes into the game. You wouldn't have thought that before the game had started.
As you can see, just inside his own 65-metre line. Dead straight in front of the post. White flag will be raised. Second point achieved. Owen Cody's goal separating the teams at the moment. Owen Murphy heads down towards Walter Walsh. Kyle Hayes, two huge players, 6'6" and 6'7". Kyle Hayes on the turn, nice ball inside for any forward running onto it. Aaron Gallan pulls the brakes, turns, shoots and scores. Now that is Aaron Gallan in full flow. He is now the first forward to score, picking up on what you said, Michael.
I shouldn't have said anything, but what a point, what a ball. Tom Morrissey, Kyle Hayes combining down the wing, great ball across, no chance for Hugh Lawler, brilliant take by Gallan, super score.
Long puck out from Owen Murphy. Sneaking inside the cover with Tom Phelan, he just slipped at the wrong time. Number 10 and number 10. Cian Lynch trying the fancy stuff, gets it back, lays it back on the plate, fires Gerard Hegarty. 9 and 10, Limerick colliding with each other. Great defending by Kilkenny, they're really swarming around them. TJ Reid on the ground, working hard, still Gerard Hegarty, Ferris Cian Lynch. It is a right old battle, but we love it. It's championship hurling, it's All-Ireland final day.
That is unbelievable tackling, Marty. This is what Kilkenny based their game on, the honesty, the hard work. Look at this for tackling and closing down. Fairness to Hegarty, he kept going, he won it back again. He got it here, a little pass on, but here's Lynch closed down again. There's just nowhere to go. And Kilkenny not happy, free out given eventually for a little tug there.
Diarmuid Barnes dropping it around towards David Reedy and Tom Morrissey, but the Kilkenny backs are doing well. Tommy Walsh coming out with it, being chased by three Limerick players. They're now doing what Kilkenny did a moment ago to Gerard Hegarty. Nice hands from Tom Morrissey, laying it off for his Aaron Gallan, and Aaron Gallan has just sent that wrong side of the post. Third wide of the game for the All-Ireland champions. Owen Murphy takes the puck out rather quickly. First Hugh Lawler. Back there is John Donnelly, now playing at midfield since the start of the game, despite wearing number 12. Kyle Hayes, waiting for it patiently. Glue-like, his fingertips just holding on to the slither. Barry Nash twists and turns, waiting for this Dara Donovan. Diarmuid Barnes goes long. There's an entanglement, no free given. Aaron Gallan on the ground, but I think it was a straight race. I think they just got entangled in the race for possession. Good play by Kilkenny as they work themselves out of trouble. Good work by Tommy Walsh, giving it back for us Richie Reid into the centre. Kilkenny working so hard. Here's Mikey Butler, dispossessed as Limerick put in the hard work, trying to scoop it away as John Donnelly. It's a tough game of hurling, I can tell you. And away comes Gerard Hegarty, and the crowd of 82,300 are now beginning to enjoy the physical exchanges. Gerard Hegarty over to Barry Nash, now enjoying life at left corner back. In a previous time he was up in the forwards and scored goals. He's dropping this in. Dangerous ball in towards Aaron Gallan. Can he get a touch? He pulls on the ball and it dribbles out over the end line and wide. He acknowledges the great ball from Barry Nash.
Yeah, and it's coming again. It's, you know, there's goals in this game, there's no doubt about that. The one-on-ones are being created. The tackling out the field is so intense, it's leaving that room because everybody's committing to the ball, so it's leaving those one-on-ones inside. Lawler and Gallan having a savage battle so far and just flicks it wide.
Disappointment for Aaron Gallan. Owen Murphy aiming for TJ Reid. Oh, fantastic catch by TJ. Nowhere to go. He won it straight from Owen Murphy's puck out. Straight, direct hurling. Look at that for a catch. Brilliant.
It is, Martin. No more than we said about a few of the Limerick forwards. Maybe not in the game. TJ has been working hard, but that's an unbelievable catch. He actually changed direction twice when that ball was coming down and read it just perfectly. And brilliant catch over the top and wins the frame.
He has to be pleased with the opening 22 minutes of this game, Derek Lane. But TJ Reid, coming into this All-Ireland final, had scored 2 goals and 66 points. 47 frees. The statistics are just mind-boggling at times.
He's trying to win his 14th All-Ireland today between club and county. He'd be the first man ever to do it if he could do it. Intriguing battle so far. Maybe not the classic we expected, but it's absolutely brilliant one-on-one battles all over the field, and the work rate is outrageous.
Nice ball. Cian Lynch just got a hurley to it. Cian Lynch's jersey, or Kyle Hayes' jersey, was being pulled. Nice ball inside, but the Kilkenny backs are there. Referee has blown his whistle. I think he was giving an advantage, Michael.
Yeah, that little tug there, he saw it.
There you go.
He played the advantage, and good call by John Keenan again, who's had a very accomplished start to the game himself.
Official attendance here in Croke Park is a full house, which I'm sure will be announced at half-time, as you would expect on All-Ireland hurling final day when you have a team like Limerick going for 4 in a row. And of course Kilkenny doing their best to stop them in their tracks and not do what Kilkenny did in 2006 to 2009. Aaron Gallagher, twice an All-Star, serious contender for Hurler of the Year, along with his teammates over the last number of years like Diarmaid Byrnes and Cian Lynch. If Limerick win, more than likely he'll win it. Aaron Gallagher concentrating on sending this, and it comes back off the post. Quick to react was Tommy Walsh. Owen Murphy was fouled. Free out for the Kilkenny keeper.
And you know what I think happened there, Martin? Diarmaid Byrnes would normally take that free. We watch it hitting the post here. A bit slow to react, I think, inside the Limerick forwards. We're backing out. If you see Seamus Flanagan, they weren't watching it, but I thought Diarmaid Byrnes would normally take that, but the thought the free was closer. Gillane came out to take it, and then it was moved out to the sideline. So a little bit unlucky, obviously, at the same time, but that would be Diarmaid Byrnes' range.
Kilkenny keeper takes the free himself. Ball runs on for Martin Keown. On the overlap is TJ Reid, bursting through the challenge. Limerick slightly exposed, but they're back there in numbers now to put the pressure on. Good work by Owen Cody, trying to get away from the shackles of the Limerick defence. Lovely turn, lovely stick work. Beautiful to watch, heading towards the 20. Still Owen Cody. Referee says play on. Limerick backs are there, and eventually the free has been given. Fabulous play by Kilkenny, and beautiful stick work. Look at this.
That skill, look at the sides, the dummy hand pass, just maybe a little hand in the back, maybe fortunate to win the free or pull there. I don't know what it was, he got the free, but that was unbelievable. TJ Reid dropped the ball before that going through, and Kilkenny certainly carrying the fight, going straight at them, competing very well in the air, and a man staying down. 2 Limerick lads went up under that puck out and left the loose man inside.
He's already won 7 All-Irelands, 12 Leinster, 5 National Leagues, 6 All-Ireland clubs, 6 All-Stars. That's TJ Reid's CV. Very briefly, he scores his 2nd point. If he gets 6 points or more, he'll be top scorer in the championship. Passing out Evan Nyland. Nicky Quaid sending down the wing, but Kilkenny are there. First to the ball, anticipating. Richie Reid reading the game so well, sending it back and sending it between the posts and over the bar. Now that is brilliant out of Kilkenny.
And just look at the way he attacked that ball. Richie Reid scored a point in last year's final as well. Paddy Deegan got 2, Mikey Carey got 1 from wing back. David Blanchfield came on and scored 1, and they're starting where they finished. The difference was the Limerick half-forward line, they scored 1, 5, 4 and 4 last year. We haven't seen a point out of any of them yet.
Puck out from Nicky Quaid. Again, he's aiming for Garrod Hegarty, but they're back there in numbers. Paddy Deegan got a touch to him. Coming away with it is Richie Reid. He's sweeping all over the place in that Kilkenny half back line. Up towards TJ Reid. Barry Nash has the time to pick up the hurley. Excuse me, TJ, when I come out with the ball, says Barry Nash. And he steps away, but he stepped away too many times. It's a free for Kilkenny. Drama.
Yeah, and Barry Nash, he said, did absolutely brilliantly. Broke the ball, picked up his hurt. Great play by, great instinct there by Barry Nash. But you can see there, he took the steps. 8 or 9, no problem. John Keenan on the ball again. And
All-Ireland winning captain 3 times in a row, Declan Hannon. Heartbroken not to be playing today. Out with a knee injury.
Yeah, I see Tom Morrissey down off the ball there, Marty, as well. The one-on-one's going really well for Kilkenny. You have Richie Reid taking up Tom Morrissey or David Reedy. Mikey Butler's out the field, very happy. Paddy Deegan on Garrett Hegarty. And they just seem to be winning all those one-on-ones at the minute.
This one is a little bit further out. Wind assisted. Floodlights illuminating Croke Park. 3 out of 3 for TJ Reid. And up to a couple of minutes ago, he hadn't scored at all.
Yeah, and Owen Cody, I think, showing tremendous leadership up front for Kilkenny. There's TJ driving them on again.
4 points without reply from Kilkenny. TJ marshalling the troops in the crowd. Puck out from Nicky Quaid. The road Hegarty. Battling. Kilkenny. Alert to the puck out strategy of Nicky Quaid, who traditionally has always aimed for Garrod Hegarty. Stalemate just outside the 45-metre line. Good work by Kilkenny again. Winning the dirty ball. Referee has blown his whistle. Owen Cody deemed to have fouled the Limerick man Mike Casey. John Keenan clearly saw it, although John was in the middle of the field. He had no doubt that this was a free. Just at the top of our screen there you go, yeah. Well spotted by the referee.
Yeah,
he's playing well. He's playing
well. He's having a great game, but I think it was totally accidental, but it was a great ball by John Donnelly into space. Kilkenny really exploited that. Will O'Donoghue started really well, but that's where Declan Hannon sits back and picks up that loose ball. That's been missed. And as I say, those one-on-ones suiting Kilkenny and Limerick are looking for a bit of leadership out there, I'd say, Marty. They need somebody to step up, maybe just calm the ship a point or two and get them back into the game.
They haven't scored in 10 minutes. Breaking ball picked up by Conor Fogarty. He's under severe pressure, has to release the ball. Limerick come charging in. Again, Garrod Hegarty is there, so too is Tom Morrissey. The referee is going to blow the whistle. It's going to be a throw ball. Kilkenny fully deserving their 1-8 to 5 points lead.
Absolutely,
fair, Michael?
Absolutely, Marty. Yeah, their hunger, desire. There is a strong breeze, but as I said, the Limerick forward line, not getting much ball, a lot of short passing out the field, and they just need to get into a rhythm up front. Look, there's lots of time left, and we know they're a great team.
Ball is thrown in. Darragh O'Donovan, Tommy Walsh hanging off it, loses the slipper, and Kilkenny are doing the hard work, the hard grafting, hooking, blocking, chasing, as indeed Limerick are as well. Seamus Flanagan, Kyle Hayes, Tom Morrissey, Mikey Butler, Seamus Flanagan. Small Mikey against big Mikey there, against big Seamus. It's a right old battle, and that's going to be a free. The referee has blown his whistle and given a free to Cian Lynch.
Yeah, if you watch Mikey Butler here, pulls a stroke there, lucky enough maybe not to get a yellow card or a long way away from the ball. Watch him here, straight across the shin there, and he got away with that yellow card, Mikey Butler. I don't know, I think John Keenan had given an earlier free and didn't see that after it broke on, but that's Mikey Butler getting lucky now.
Should have been a yellow card for the cornerback from O'Loughlin Gales. Got away with it, as Michael said. And Aaron Gillan is going to stand over this and try and reduce down Kilkenny's lead. He's already scored twice.
An interesting Marty against Galway here. Kilkenny were 6 down at this stage. They're 6 up today, so good bright start by Kilkenny.
Easily taps that over the bar. White flag raised. The Hill 16 end. 5 points between the teams now. Been 12 minutes actually since Limerick got a score, so they really needed it. Heading down the final stretch towards half-time. Owen Murphy goes long again. Mikey Casey stays solid. Hand passes away to Darragh O'Donovan. Onto Kyle Hayes. Garrod Hegarty. First time they've got a little bit of space. Pumping the ball into the pathway of Aaron Gillan. Get it to second, third time around. Gives it back for Cian Lynch. Patrickswell boys combined beautifully. It's Cian Lynch's second point of the game. And the lead is beginning to be whittled down by the All-Ireland champions.
Yeah, lovely little hand pass there by Gillan. That's the way you open things up. Throw the ball around, give it to the man that's in space, and Kilkenny are going man on man, so you have to open them up, and that was a lovely little quick hand pass by Gillan to Lynch. And Lynch operating at centre forward now, really gone in the middle of the field.
Again, Owen Murphy goes long, aiming for Walter Walsh. Picked up by Martin Keown. Martin Keown off the post. It's still available. Owen Cody is there. Little jink to the left, wing to the right. He hits it. He went for the goal from a very acute angle, and it whistled across the goal line. And there was, as you heard, an awful big hue in his side as the ball whizzed past Nicky Quaid's goalpost.
Yeah, look at him, Marty. He was watching that ball to hit the post. He was following it in. Anybody else had tapped that over the bar. That just shows you the confidence that he has against one of the best keepers in the game.
Ball runs on. Conor Fogarty didn't quite grab it the first time. Cian Lynch does. Stepping away from the challenge. Lays it off quickly. Carries David Reedy. Reedy, given an opportunity, given the space, sends that over the bar.
And I mentioned leadership a minute ago. Who's shown it? Cian Lynch. Brilliant score, brilliant assist there. Got fouled for the free. Those last 3 points all coming from the hunger, desire and the skill of Cian Lynch, taking up the captaincy today, and he's certainly shown it in the last 5 minutes.
Hugh Lawler over towards Paddy Deegan, whipping it in towards big Walter Walsh around the square. Ball again is available. Owen Cody laying it off. Coming through the middle, Adrian Mullen, surrounded by Limerick defenders. Doing what Kilkenny are doing at the other end. Tom Walsh hooked as he was about to clear. Chasing after it. There was a wide pull afterwards. The referee saw it, or at least a push, and that's going to be a soft free to concede by Limerick, having done all the hard work.
Yeah, Billy Ryan coming out there from the corner, got in a great block there. Saw that the last day with him. He robbed Rory Hayes coming out against Clare, caused the goal. That type of work rate. Again, Owen Cody on fire inside. The way he picked that ball, gave it to Mullen a little bit high. He got stuck, got caught in possession, and Tom Morrissey just gave away the free.
I think he'd be happy to see his team go into the dressing room for a chat and a conversation. John Kiley, TJ Reid, hurler of the year back in 2015. Sends that wide. We were actually writing it down, Michael and myself. We were so sure he would put that over the bar. Little bit of light relief for Limerick. Ball comes down towards Cian Lynch. This time loses it. Richie Reid is fouled, and that's going to be a free. Didn't like the challenge from Garrod Hegarty. 2 minutes of injury time going to be added on. And once again, TJ Reid will have an opportunity to take the free for the foul on his brother.
Yeah, Richie Reid had a massive first half at centre-back for Kilkenny, getting forward a lot, getting onto that breaking ball, not just sitting back and sweeping. They're leaving the lads inside to just mark their men, and very brave at Kilkenny, but it's working well enough so far.
Going for his 4th point of the game. He's a long way out. He hits it well. It has the legs. It has the accuracy. 4 points for TJ Reid. 4 points of a gap between the challengers and the All-Ireland champions.
Yeah, brilliant free after missing one straight in front of the goals to go back and score that. Brilliant.
Nicky Quaid changes the direction of his puck out. Beautifully gathered by Garrod Hegarty. That was always the plan. Ball skids along the surface. Diarmuid Burns was coming through. Can't afford to be fouling again. Remember, Diarmuid is on a yellow card. But watch this. Isn't this just fantastic? Kept his eye on the ball despite the pressure. But Diarmuid Burns just pushing Tom Phelan to the ground here.
Yeah, and Tom Phelan has had some first half. He scored 2 points, and he's really kept Diarmuid Burns largely quiet and out of the game. Normally he's getting forward for a score or two. Tom Phelan working really hard up and down that wing.
Free taken by Owen Murphy. Barry Nash, big hurley, blocked it down. Tom Morrissey. Kyle Hayes gets by the initial challenge. On for his Cian Lynch. They're coming with a late surge before the break. Cutting inside. There's nobody immediately available except Tom Morrissey. Tom, between the 45 and 65, hits it under pressure and hits it between the posts for his first score in the All-Ireland final of 2023.
And that's great work. Started by Barry Nash. He intercepted that high ball. Couple of passes. Kyle Hayes, Cian Lynch involved, Tom Morrissey over the bar, and a hard-hitting first half. 1-9 to 9, low scoring, but what an intense, brilliant game we've had.
A physical encounter with some wonderful skills. The difference at the moment is Owen Cody's goal in the 9th minute. He is the star of the first half, as so many of the Kilkenny stars are putting it up, like Richie Reid at centre back. Limerick are always good in the third quarter. They've been only level once in the first half, but there's 3 points between the teams at the break. Half-time in the All-Ireland final, it's Kilkenny, 1 goal, 9 points. Limerick, 9 points.
Stop them winning the 4 in a row, but have Limerick tied things a little bit as that opening half went on? It is still the Cats on top of the break, but only by a single goal. Anthony, what did you make of that?
Loved it, Joanne. It's not 117 to 215. It's the conditions, it's the wind, it's the drizzle. But the intensity is incredible, and the Cats, no better crowd to bring it, but significantly the other crowd twisted back near the end. They would, what we think, the breezes coming in towards the Davin, so but it's all to play for. Can Kilkenny keep up this intensity? It's incredible.
Yeah, because it came out. It was the old school, old-fashioned Kilkenny intensity. We saw TJ Reid having a big say and Owen Cody.
Yeah, and like the one thing you can't, like under Brian Cody, you always a huge admirer of their intensity. But my God, the one thing that hasn't changed is that it hasn't changed, because it's like the work that they put in, getting back. Tom Phelan moved to midfield. Watch here, as soon as Tommy Walsh got the ball to the ground, Tom Phelan's in, getting the turnover. And again, you know, Barry Nash, we were lamenting here, he's done a great job. But watch the minute he comes out, he tries to go through traffic. They're very disciplined in how they use the hurley, and he overcarries. I thought their work rate throughout that first half was absolutely exemplar.
One of the things that was very obvious from day one, Kilkenny were going to launch high balls in on that Limerick defence. And looking back at the All-Ireland semi-final, you could say that Galway got a lot of joy and looked dangerous rather than playing balls in front, trying to go in over that defence. There was a couple of near misses. That was a really tight one there where you saw Nicky Quaid on his knees. This was coming. That was the way we felt it. Owen Cody, if you want to see how to finish a ball on a greasy day, Nicky Quaid hadn't a chance. And we even saw post that there were a couple of examples where Limerick were just hanging in there. Whether Kilkenny can keep it up now in the second half against the wind also and get that threatening ball in, it's yet to be seen, but it was a very definite tactic.
It's not just that they're playing against Winter, it's not. There has been a change made within that game from Limerick that has reaped huge dividends.
Yeah, and again, I would have thought that Kinnerk would have come out to Kiley. Subtle change. David Reedy not in the game. Garrod not in the game. That's one of his first pucks. But Cian Lynch crucially to centre forward, because for me after 30 minutes Richie Reid is man of the match. But the last 6 minutes, 7 minutes, Cian Lynch's involvement, like he was going okay centre field, but just the change and look at scoring himself but setting up Reedy, who again would be thrilled to get that pass. You know, saying thanks a million, I needed to get into it. Again, taking on Reid, beating Reid. Reid can't catch him. Pops to Tom Morrissey. We haven't seen Tom Morrissey. Another score. Back to 3. They'll be buyed up in that dressing room now, and I think that move of Lynch to 11 was massive.
I think you have to give great credit to Derek Ling and his management team. You know, like, I mean, they've been cleaned out last year in the All-Ireland final here under Brian in the half-hour line. With the Limerick half-hour line. I think they've really got to grips with them for 30 minutes, yes, in the last 5 or 6 minutes, but I think Kilkenny are right in this game, and they'll be disappointed having been 6 up. They're not more up going into half-time.
We talked up the battle between Aaron Gillan and Hugh Lawler. It has been a battle in there. Has the full-back got the slight better of things so far?
If it was a boxing match, we'd be winning on points, but it's only half-time, right? One thing that I would say is that Kilkenny are gone man for man, to Liam's point, which is well made, in that last year they gave the Limerick half-forward line space. Today they're saying, no way are we going to give them space. We're going to shut them down. But what that does is, it does create huge gaps inside in the full-back line. And as the game went on, there were numerous examples. I'd imagine one of the things Kinnerk is talking about at half-time is saying, we don't need to take that extra pass around the middle of the field. There's opportunities to get quality ball in front of Gillan.
This is the ball, like, isn't it?
Yeah, and exactly, this is the way they want to be. Like, this is their template that they work off all the time. You know, getting that ball across. Kyle Hayes worked it. They worked it on one wing. They flashed it across to the other wing. And when they do this, they're very good. But when it's in 50-50, you would have to say that Hugh Lawler is doing really, really well. And, you know, credit to, you know, you can't mark Aaron Gillan on his own. You need the rest of the team to shut down the supply. And if it goes in there 50-50, Hugh Lawler will give every chance. They've done a really good job in the first half. Can they do it in the second half is the big question.
There are all these questions. Can they do it in the second half? Can they keep up the intensity? Do they have a plan B? We'll find out very shortly. going to be talking about a Kilkenny win, a Limerick 4 in a row, maybe a replay to come. Remember, it goes to extra time today. If it's all square after that, there will be a replay on the 5th of August. But that's a long way away, first of all. By the way, there is a half-time change for Kilkenny. Gone is Conor Fogarty. Padraig Walsh comes in. What does that tell us?
I didn't think Conor was that bad. Maybe they focused on that last 7 or 8 minutes, Joanne, and said there was a fierce rumour that instead of Wally starting, that Padraig Walsh would start around the stadium. Even Jackie Tyrrell had that news for us, which is normally gospel. But yeah, he's obviously a big day player, you know, brilliant hurler.
Where's he going to play though? Because obviously he plays in different positions, different lines.
He's well capable of playing number 5.
Yeah, he is.
He's very top 5.
And look, I think as well, Kilkenny, they've put in an awful lot of energy in that pitch in the first half. So I would even say, I think you might see 2 or 3 more on before the 50th minute, because we've seen it with Galway the last day. Like, they'll just gas you out. You know, that's what Limerick do. The hits out there are ferocious, you know, so you really need to get players in on the pitch. So I'm not overly surprised.
I saw someone making the point on it during the week that, you know, the Kilkenny 4 in a row team, if this is to be a Limerick 4 in a row team, they'd crucify you in a few minutes with assassin type stuff. Limerick wear you down. You know, just being the difference.
Yeah. But I think it's like the 2 points you're making there in terms of Limerick have mastered this tick attack or whatever you want to call it around the middle of the field. But some days there's a day to change up, and I just think, because we know what Kilkenny are good at, that's their strength. They're going to die with their boots on. They're going to still in that middle third make it really hard for Limerick. Limerick actually need to bypass that and get it into the 2 boys as quickly as possible with the win, in my opinion.
Each of you mentioned that you thought maybe Limerick's bench was stronger at the start of the week. The fact that Walter Walsh, who made a big difference when he came on last year, the fact he starts, does that change your opinion on that?
Well, you have 2 big guns used up as well now in Wally starting, so that slightly does, and I think a Cathal O'Neill could be a massive player in this second half. Really feel he's the type, energy. You know, I wouldn't like, if I'm tired, for Cathal O'Neill to be
made for the likes of him now to come in and keep trying to pulverise with that running that he can bring to it.
OK, for all of this talk, let's not forget it is Kilkenny who are in the lead heading into the second half, but we know what Limerick can do in the third quarter. Back to Michael and Marty.
Thank you very much, Joanne. Just 1 goal between them, of course, 1-9 to 9 points. Full house has been announced. Away goes John Keenan throwing in the ball quickly. Limerick have always been impressive in the third quarter. This is the third quarter, so let's see what they can produce. Change on the Kilkenny team. Padraig Walsh from Tullerone is on. Conor Fogarty is the player that has made way. So change in the Kilkenny backline. And of course, we all know Padraig Walsh over the years. Ball is sent. David Reedy sending it across. Aaron Gillon, but the first touch for him will be really disappointing. It just skidded off his hurling and ends up with Paddy Deegan coming down the wing. Good work by Martin Keogh. Loses out the back. Gerard Hegarty thought about going long, but he heard the call from Darragh Donovan. Donovan spraying the ball over to the far side. David Reedy in a good position, half blocked. Goalkeeper Owen Murphy stays in his line. Tommy Walsh says he'll deal with it. Sandwich between Peter Casey and company, manages to get it out just a little bit. Paddy Deegan makes himself available, looking around to see who's immediately in his vicinity. He has to go long, there's no other choice. Barry Nash knocking it down. Tom Phelan has scored 2 points in the opening half. Skips away, slipper bouncing on the hurley. He's on the 20, he's having a shot. Oh, great hooking by Dermot Burns. Superb play. No wonder he won Hurler of the Year last year. Away comes Dan Morrissey, a crucial moment, laying it off as Kyle Hayes. Kyle stepping away from the challenge, going long, driving it in, but again it's a poor ball into Seamus Flanagan. Kilkenny defensively equal to the task. Here's Padraig Walsh getting his first touch, giving it over first. TJ Reid. They've soldiered together for so many years. Mentioning Padraig Walsh, here's Walter Walsh. No relation, not even a distant cousin, but they play well together. But in this time it goes to the left and wide. 7 wide in the match for Kilkenny, but the referee John Keenan will want the sliotar to be put out again.
Well, what a start to the second half. Tom Phelan, he should have passed that ball to TJ Reid. He carried it through, didn't realise that Dermot Burns had stayed with him, probably thought he'd lost him. Here you go. But if you look over to the right, TJ Reid is there. Will O'Donoghue had come. I think he should have carried it on another yard and passed to TJ.
Padraig Walsh underneath it there, trying to get a touch to it. Tom Morrissey trying to shovel it out of the area. Cian Lynch gets it away. Here comes Seamus Flanagan. And Seamus Flanagan drives it wide. He leapt into the air, looking to the goals. He knows he should have planted that between the posts. John Kiley and Paul Kinnerkin animated along the sideline. Puck out, sent out into the middle of the field. The Road Hegarty, the referee, however, has blown his whistle for the challenge on Hegarty. I think it was to do with a fast puck out. I think that's the reason why John Kiley was getting annoyed.
Yeah, they weren't being let here. And just a little chop down here from John Donnelly down on the hurl, and free in Dermot Burns to take it here. And just you can see Kilkenny having to work that bit harder, trying to get out the ball into the wind, taking short puck outs there, and maybe not having the option to drive it long down the field then because of the wind.
Scored 2 points in the first half. Concentrates on the job at hand. Dead straight in front of the post. Umpires are happy. They're well satisfied to raise the flag, the white flag, for the third time for Dermot Burns to spray. 2 points between the teams. They've been level only once. Owen Murphy goes straight down the middle channel. Tom Phelan is getting on a lot of ball. The road Hegarty comes in to challenge. Referee says free. And the reaction from Hegarty says it all. Hurler of the year, 2020. Having to do the hard work. David Reedy coming in with the challenge, but look at the reaction of Hegarty. Says it all. The passion, the pride.
Yeah, and Tom Phelan again did well to win the breaking ball, but he should have really moved that. He cannot carry the ball into the tackle like that against this Limerick team. Stood him up, couldn't get rid of the ball, and the free given. And these are fairly routine for Dermot Burns. He saw the distance the last ball travelled over the bar. The wind still very strong out there.
Confident after putting over the last free, which was a little bit closer. This one is nearer, as you can see, his own 65-metre line. He is wind assisted. Hits it well. Crowd seem to love it. It's the sport point of the game. And the scoreline is changing slowly. 1 point between the teams. Long ball, dropping down just outside. Oh, Tom Phelan. Brilliant. Straight from Owen Murphy's puck out. Brilliant play, Tom Phelan. We saw it once in the first half. We saw it now. Straight, direct play. Ball comes back, fires Martin Keown. And Martin Keown sends this in, but he sends it wide.
No, brilliant point. Go back to Tom Phelan. What a catch in the air. He's having some games. He's third from play. One or two little things didn't go his way as well, but he just kept the head up there after giving away the last free, and a brilliant score from him.
Long puck out, dropping down. Seamus Flanagan is underneath it, but Kilkenny find themselves under a little bit of pressure there with that high ball. And Paddy Deegan, oh, he's a great servant to the game of hurling, to his club O'Loughlin Gales. Made his debut in 2017. There's the leg that was high. You can see why Paddy Deegan is suffering, and there was an accidental knock in the head. A teacher, primary teacher, Paddy Deegan in Clara. Seamus Flanagan was the person who was challenging the wing back. Scored the first point of the All-Ireland hurling final. Owen Murphy also scored a point, and he's going to take the free. Way back in his young days, Owen Murphy won 2 All-Ireland Vocational Schools football medals with the Wexford Vocational Schools. Richie Reid had a very good first half. The marking by Limerick is rather poor, and it's that man again, Tom Phelan, heading in past the 20, about to hit a wall of Limerick. Comes to the right man. Here comes his shot, and that is gone into the net.
It went through the net.
It went through the net from Paddy Deegan. Unbelievable. How did that happen? Ball comes out to Deegan. A rasper went through the side netting. Let's watch it here. Nicky Quaid hardly saw it. We hardly saw it ourselves. Hit the net, out through the net. Brilliant.
And brilliant call by the umpire. Paddy Deegan, that came from a quick free, brilliantly played by Richie Reid. And here's a foul straight away, but Richie Reid played the field, and he looked at nowhere to go. And where did Paddy Deegan come from? Up the wing, a 90-yard run, and whips it to the net. And we were just thinking, did Kilkenny need a goal the way this wind was going, and the way Limerick were getting on top? What a finish.
A goal and a point in the All-Ireland final for Paddy Deegan from wing back. Having just had a hefty collision just before that, he recovered and went up the field. There's the hole in the net. There was some power in that Sliotar as a flew past Nicky Quaid. Ball dropping in, and once again Nicky Quaid is there, giving it out for his Dermot Burns. Back for his Will O'Donoghue. Dermot Burns is calling for it, but he goes long instead. Great catch by, nice hop up for his Peter Casey. He's hitting it in. Brilliant, Peter Casey. It's his first point in the All-Ireland final. He scored 6 points in the journey, but watch this. Taking the Sliotar, surviving the physical challenge and letting fly.
Yeah, and that was badly needed by Limerick. Back to that goal, I don't know. There'll be somebody asking questions about how a ball can go through the net on the final day, but look, Limerick back in it here again, and Cian Lynch, who's been very, very influential in the last quarter of an hour on the ball again.
Cian Lynch to Peter Casey to Barry Nash, heading straight down the middle and sending that over the bar. Scored a point against Waterford, a point against Cork, and a point against Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. Class act, left corner back from South Liberties.
Yeah, that's the way the hurling has changed. We saw Mikey Butler in the Leinster final with his goal. Deegan there, Barry Nash has started this from corner back over the last few years. He's absolutely brilliant.
Now the repairs are being done. A little bit of wiring, a little bit of fencing going in. He won't go through the next time.
No, but brilliant response there by Limerick to show whether the brilliant champions that they are from that goal. Outstanding.
Gerard Hegarty, Tom Morrissey calling for it. Just inside the Kilkenny 65-metre line. Gerard Hegarty, his first point in the All-Ireland final. Scored 2-2 in the 2021 final. 1-5 in the 22 final. Scored a point now.
Yeah, Hegarty, Casey, the last few minutes. Again, Cian Lynch, they're all getting on the ball now. See, that goal seems to have really spurred on Limerick. Maybe that they looked a little bit vulnerable, but they've responded brilliantly.
John Kiley looking for more from his troops. Owen Murphy forced to go long, aiming for Kyle Hayes and Walter Walsh country. Ball sticks along the surface. Kyle Hayes is there. Nipping in is the point scorer Barry Nash. Giving it a little touch for Tom Morrissey. Cian Lynch, lovely stick work. Over for Darragh Donovan. All the skills of the game being shown. Little flicks, little wrist work. And Kilkenny are beginning to foul. And Limerick are beginning to respond to the challenge to their All-Ireland title. 2 points between the teams. 45 minutes gone. Thankfully, only 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, Martin, the way Limerick stick to their principles, like Barry Nash had that ball, you'd think he'd drive it long. No, a short flick to Tom Morrissey, he gave a little pass to Cian Lynch, back to Darragh Donovan. They just play that game, they'll suck you in, and then they get past you on the overlap, and they're sucking in those fouls now. Burns is going for his third point from about the same sort of distance out the field since the start of the second half of the scored this.
John Kiley urging, trying to have a word with David Reedy, I think, as the free is being taken, and this one is dropping over the crossbar. Great response by the All-Ireland champions. Dermot Burns, 5th point of the game. Having conceded a second goal, they now have responded with 2 points. It's only 1 point between the teams again. Limerick with 6 points. Kilkenny with 1-1 in this second half. TJ Reid to the brother Richie. Going long, Torrid Welsh dropping it in around the house, trying to get a touch to it and getting it up his own Cody and company. And Mark Keown, ball goes inside. Limerick just a little bit exposed momentarily. Dan Morrissey getting a touch to it. Darragh Donovan heard the call from Barry Nash. Barry looks around, there's no hanging about here. TJ Reid gets away from Cian Lynch. It's a battle. Good ball inside. He slipped as he was trying to get that ball. Hard luck on Martin Keown. The hefty challenge on Dan Morrissey. No complaint from the Ahan man. Mackey would be proud of it. And the atmosphere around Croke Park is electric. And away comes the All-Ireland champions. Ball into the space. Down for Seamus Flanagan. Being pursued by Tommy Walsh. Tommy Walsh from Tullaroan. Twists and turns. Richie Reid coming in to lend assistance. Aaron Gallan from in front of the Cusick. The King's fist says it all. Limerick are back. The sides are level. Listen to the roar of Croke Park wherever you are in the world. This is dramatic. This is a story to be told.
Yeah, Marty, what a score from the sideline, but what a passage of play. TJ Reid could have put it over the bar. He saw Mossy Keown inside, he picked him out, and he just slipped as the ball was going to land in his hand. He was through on goal. Kilkenny, as they always do, looking for that goal chance, smelling it out. And out came Limerick with the ball. Brilliant breakout by Mike Casey. On to Barry Nash. A great ball into the corner. Flanagan combines with Gallan. And we're all square here, 47 minutes into a brilliant All-Ireland final.
Alan Murphy brother of the goalkeeper Owen Murphy, has been brought on for Walter Walsh, and Limerick are leaping into the air. Diarmuid Burns. The challenge has been set by Kilkenny, by the black and amber, and there is no doubt that the green and white of Limerick are responding to it now. Goals by Owen Cody in the first half, Paddy Deegan in the second half, and Limerick have responded most of all to Paddy Deegan's goal that broke the side netting at Hill 16. Free for Owen Cody, free for Kilkenny, as TJ Reid makes his way out to the middle of the field.
Yeah, not an easy chance. Kilkenny just getting it very hard to get the ball up the field. I say in that second half, Owen Cody came a long way from goal there, won the free, and this is a difficult chance now for TJ Reid.
Scored 4 points in the first half. He's a long way out from the Hill 16 goal post. He follows through beautifully. Shane Lowry and Offaly would be proud of him.
He would indeed. That was class. Getting a bit of encouragement from the crowd as well there just before he took it, but he kept his composure. Great score.
Long took out again, aimed at Gerard Hegarty. Lifting in is Tom Phelan, working hard. Tom Morrissey is there, the two tops, trying to get away. No free being given, now there is. John Keenan in the Munster final last year left a lot go, and he was criticised in some quarters but loved by others with the way he refereed it. I think he's doing a good job here.
Doing a good job there. I think Kilkenny are going to Tom Morrissey was leaning in there. They're hard ones to call, split second, but every ball's still being fought for. Just, you can't afford to make that mistake. Tom Phelan had that under control, just should have taken it, missed the pick. Next thing he's closed down and they end up giving away a free.
Diarmuid Burns going to take this. Just a few metres in, as you can see from the Hogan stand side. Score of 5 points in this All-Ireland final. Silence descends around Croke Park. Hits it well. It's looking good from the 7th floor of the Hogan stand. 6 points for the Patrickswell man. Sides level again for the third time. Owen Murphy. Beautifully caught by Diarmuid Burns. Gerard Hegarty. Laying it back. 2 hurlers of the year in the past. Tom Morrissey. That's a good ball to Seamus Flanagan. Chasing him is Tommy Walsh. Giving it into the centre. Was aimed for Gerard Hegarty. Cian Lynch. Trying to look around for a little bit of assistance. There's nobody immediately available. There is now. Sent in. High and very high. And it drops over the bar. Brilliant play, Darragh O'Donovan. Cian Lynch, number 9. Darragh O'Donovan, number 8. First point in the All-Ireland final.
Yeah, but Diarmuid Burns again, what a catch, what a second half he's having. 6 frees scored, but he's after catching a couple of great balls as well. He's putting serious pressure on. All the Limerick players thundering into the game now.
David Reedy laying it back. Donovan, half blocked on this occasion. Dropping it in, oh, great catch. Hugh Lawler. What a brilliant player he is from O'Loughlin Gales in Kilkenny City. Dropping it down into the Kilkenny attack. Chasing after this, Billy Ryan. Bursting out is Barry Nash. Tom Morrissey, Dan Morrissey, the brothers, Kyle Hayes, David Reedy. They're beginning to play like champions. Diagonal ball over to Aaron Galan. Referee has blown his whistle. He felt that the Limerick man was being pulled back, and that is a free in against Hugh Lawler.
Yeah, you watch it. Hard to see there now. I think it might have been just before that.
Great passing sequence here as the Morrisseys, Kyle Hayes were all involved, and then came David Reedy's diagonal ball, which would please Paul Kinner. Mike Reardon, Limerick County Secretary, looking on. Aaron Galan getting a little bit of the towel to wipe the boss of the hurling.
And every Limerick player, Marty, has upped these games so much in the second half, all over the field. The last 15 minutes in particular. In the first half, we were looking at maybe Kyle Hayes and Cian Lynch up to the maybe normal level. Now every one of them has really clicked into top gear.
Galan with his 4th point of the match on the way. Never in any doubt. Limerick have now registered 10 points in the second half to Kilkenny's 1-2. That third quarter, The Dublin footballers do it quite a lot, and the Limerick hurlers are the same.
And the great Kilkenny team used to do it as well after half-time.
Long forward down towards Kyle Hayes. He used play up in the attack. He was being held back. Kyle Hayes played in the All-Ireland Minor Final 2016, Under 21 2017, Senior Final 18, 20, 21 and 22. And the ball is sent in, and the ball is sent over the bar. Fantastic! Limerick people rejoice in the hurling skills of Dermot Burns, Kyle Hayes' teammate on the half-back line. What a score!
Yeah,
should have kept going.
Hegarty took a quick free. He saw the opportunity. He saw Burns loose, give him the ball, and he just drove it over the bar. What a score!
Kilkenny were 3 points in front at half-time. 53 minutes, Limerick are 3 points in front, and they're giving it everything. The physical exchanges continue. Referee has blown his whistle. It's a free, and it's going in Limerick's direction. We are having some All-Ireland final, Michael Dyke.
Yeah, and John Keane gets that right again. Just the second half from Limerick, and going back to it again, 11 points in the first 15, 16 minutes of the second half.
Cian Kenny is coming on for Billy Ryan, I think. As the James Stevens man from Kilkenny City is being introduced.
Yeah, and he said it in the first half, Marty, when Limerick were 6 down, they needed leadership. Cian Lynch stepped up. Kilkenny are in the same boat now. Adrian Mullen has been very quiet. They need him. TJ, can't carry them forever, but he needs to win a few balls. They just can't get past that half-back line. Burns and Hayes in particular in the second half have been absolutely immense. Barry Nash as well coming out from corner back. They're the three. Hegarty has come into the game. Darragh Donovan in the middle of the field. It's over again.
Dermot Burns, his 8th point in this All-Ireland final. That's his highest score in the championship. In the championship journey that began in April. Limerick introducing another substitute. That's Carl O'Neill, who's always been impressive. And as we often say in the game of hurling and indeed Gaelic football, the bench is so important. Tom Morrissey is the player that makes way. Carl O'Neill has always made an impact, as indeed has Graham Mulcahy and Adam English.
And Marty, looking at Dermot Burns, and we've seen everything in hurling over the last few years, but he could be the top scorer in an Ireland final from wing back if this continues on. Aaron Gallan has, I think, 5 so far. He's the only one that could trouble him, but he has 8, and I don't think we've ever seen that. We never will see it, or thought we'd see it, but he could be the top scorer in an Ireland final.
TJ Reid, just inside the Limerick 65-metre line. Follows through as per normal. 6 point in the match. Mickey Quaid, not hanging about. Going long down towards Kyle Hayes. Gets the touch. Slips and slides. Needs a bit of assistance. Carl O'Neill is there, but Carl leaves it to Kyle Hayes. Hand pass just going astray on this occasion. Great work by Hugh Lawler. Bursting out. Out around midfield. Chasing him is Aaron Gallan. Under severe pressure. Gets the ball in towards the full forward line of Owen Cody. Back out. Lovely ball inside, and that is over the bar. Good response by Kilkenny. Corey Walsh, far as John Donnelly. Good score.
A great score to Hugh Lawler again. What a battle he's having with Gallan. Gallan's a couple from play, but Hugh Lawler's having a fantastic game as well.
Long puck out again. Breaking ball. Stalemate. On the Kilkenny 45-metre line. Referee is going to have to give a throw ball here. Nicely picked up by Carl O'Neill. Half blocked. Paddy Deegan has it. O'Neill was coming through on the challenge, but I think Paddy Deegan was slipping at the time. I think it was more accident than anything else, as he was picking up the ball here.
He slipped under him and he did catch him at the arm. He's going, did he get a yellow? Maybe not.
Second time Paddy Deegan was in the wars here. He gives it everything. But the last time he was in trouble with a physical challenge, he went up and scored a cracking goal. That'll be talked about for years.
Absolutely, through the side net. But we credited Limerick, but credit Kilkenny again. We know they never throw in the towel. You know, they've got the last couple of points, kept themselves well in touch.
Scored a point in the first half, Owen Murphy. He's on his own 45-metre line. Dropping it in around the house. Ball scrambles, loose and available. Still there. Barry Nash is happy to see it go out over the end line. The umpire signalled wide. I'm not too sure if that's the case. Kilkenny are protesting. Who got the last touch here? That seemed to go off a Limerick man last.
Sorry, Marty, I was watching Garrod Hegarty putting over an unbelievable point.
Second point of the game for Garrod Hegarty.
Now, Kilkenny not happy. First of all, that puck out shouldn't have been allowed. There was about 10 or 12 players inside the 21. They're all supposed to be outside. And secondly, I think arguing it should have definitely been a 65 in there.
Yeah, that was my initial feeling. It should have been a 65 for Kilkenny. And then they get the quick puck out and they get a score. So it's definitely a talking point as Kilkenny continue on their great battle. Paddy Deegan to Adrian Mullen, and that's over the bar. By his own very high standards, having a quiet All-Ireland final, Young Hurler of the Year 2019. This is the ball that was sent in that went over the bar. And let's just watch this again, because to me it seemed to take a slight deflection.
Went off Dermot Burns' leg there.
Yeah.
Should
Barry Nash had a fresh air and should have been a 65.
Yeah, a 2-point swing, huge, and 2 points in the game. So.
Sideline ball going to be taken by Paddy Deegan. And Limerick win the 50-50. Peter Casey has stepped up to the challenge in this second half. He's trying an audacious shot under pressure in front of the Hogan. And the Piercing man is a special talent, joining Seamus Flanagan and Aaron Gillan in that full forward line. But what about this for a score? Brilliant. 10 minutes to go. Back to 3 points between the teams. Dan Morrissey, Will O'Donoghue, Kyle Hayes stepping past the Kilkenny 45-metre line. He's having a goal, he's having a score. Kyle Hayes from Kildimo Pallaskenry. A great talent from that part of Limerick. And Limerick now lead by 4.
Now, what again is having... Hugh Lawler did well to get away from that, but Kilkenny just can't get the ball up the field now. That's when they do, they're dangerous, but they're losing too much possession around their own half-back line.
Garrod Hegarty to Cian Lynch. Looking around again as always. Who can he pass it to? Gives it to Peter Casey. Dropping it in. Owen Murphy under the crossbar. Good hands by the keeper from Glenmore. Going down the middle towards TJ Reid. He's fouled by David Reedy. Unnecessarily, to be honest. And that's a free for Kilkenny. But it also shows how deep TJ has to come now for possession.
Exactly, they looked in there. There was only Owen Cody with maybe 4 Limerick backs. But that half-back line, Marty, we're talking particularly Burns and Hayes in the second half. And Cathal O'Neill there. He's just come on as a sub. You think he'd take his own shot? No, happy to hand it on to Hayes on the overlap.
Graham Mulcahy introduced for Seamus Flanagan. All the way from Kinmallock. TJ Reid. David Reedy got a yellow card, by the way, for that. Batted away on this occasion. Might be enough to avert the danger. Kilkenny have worked so hard in this All-Ireland final. Find themselves down by 4. Half blocked. Cian Lynch. They just come alive in the second half, the All-Ireland champions. Lovely ball from Lynch. Down towards Peter Casey. Tommy Walsh chasing him. Give us a little bit of a shimmy. Moves to the left and sends the ball to the right and in between the posts. Casey, 3 points in a row.
Yeah, Marty, we saw in All-Ireland here a couple of years ago. Peter Casey had 5 from play. He did his cruciate. He went off. He's struggled maybe to get back to top form, but what a second half performance he's given here. 3 unbelievable points, 2 from out here on the right wing, and that one there, a classic score from Peter Casey.
Will O'Donoghue, Barry Nash, Dermot Burns, down into the space, and there's an awful lot of space now. Peter Casey looks at the goalpost. He's heading towards the Cusack stand, but the sliotar is going down towards the Davin end and between the posts. It's now exhibition from the 3 in a row All-Ireland champions. For the first time in the All-Ireland final, they are now 6 points in front.
They are, Martin. That 30-point mark is looming again. They love scoring in Ireland finals, getting up to the 30-point mark. That's their target, and that's what they're going to head for now. They're just on top all over the field. Their physical fitness, their power, their pace, their hurling brain, and Cian Lynch dictating everything there again in the second half.
Introduces Killian Buckley as he was the hero of the Leinster final against Galway. We congratulate, of course, Killian got married yesterday to Niamh Dowling in Tullaroan. Now he has to concentrate on the All-Ireland final and try and rescue his county. They're 6 points down, 7 minutes to go. Carl O'Neill dropping this in with 1 foot along the sideline. Incredible! Limerick, worthy 3 in a row, heading to 4 in a row with 6 minutes to go. Look at this for sheer, utter class.
But the skill that took, the power, the balance, everything that you need. He just took it up along that wing and had the confidence then to whip it over. What a brilliant young talent. Couldn't make it into the starting team. And I think that was great management by John Kiley, giving him time to grow into the team.
Richie Hogan introduced now. The great Richie Hogan. He's given incredible service to his county. 34 years of age, will be 35 on the 8th of August. 7 All-Ireland medals, 4 All-Stars, Hurler of the Year 9 years ago. And again it's Carl O'Neill. What an introduction from the bench. David Reedy. And all around Croke Park is a sea of green and white. Wherever Limerick people gather now, they will be celebrating with joy. 8 points in front, 3 points down at half-time. 5.5 minutes to go. Paddy Deegan trying to burst his way out. Stopped this occasion by Cian Lynch. Dan Morrissey. Back to his keeper, Nicky Quaid. Kyle Hayes will provide the overlap. David Reedy has had a much better second half. And continues to work hard. Adrian Mullen, shoulder to shoulder. Referee says play on. Barry Nash with Tom Phelan. Challenge on Barry Nash went out over the sideline. And that is going to be, if not a free, maybe a sideline ball. It looks like it's going to be a sideline ball for Kilkenny. It's the first time in the second half, I think, Michael Dignan, we can draw a breath.
We can draw a breath, and I'm just looking there, Marty. 11 Limerick players have scored from play, which is incredible, from Barry Nash and Dermot Burns and Kyle Hayes in the half-back line, through Darragh Donovan, Cian Lynch, David Reedy, Hegarty, Morrissey, Casey, Gallan, and then Cathal O'Neill with that wonder score. And some of them have been out of their very, very, very top drawer. 19 points in the second half. There were only 9 at half-time. That's just unbelievable. It's off the charts, and you know, I can't remember them having a wide. I don't know. One wide in the second half. Dave Funchner keeping the track record for us there. 1 wide in the second half and scores from everyone.
Former Limerick hurler here beside me doing his stats, and they're on the verge of history. They have 3.5 minutes. So there to go as Kilkenny try and get inside. That's deflected out for a 65. And the umpire saw it, and the umpire is giving the 65, and correctly so. Ball rebounding off the Limerick man, no doubt whatsoever. John Kiley has done a remarkable job. 5 Munster championships in a row, 4 in a row. For Derek Lang, first year in charge, his players gave it absolutely everything. Declan Hannon had anxious moments. Must have been a huge heartbreak and disappointment for him not to be on the field of play. And he knew from a long way out, his dad told us last night and up for the match, that probably knew that it wasn't going to happen. as TJ Reid sends that over the bar for his 7th point of the game. Kenny's first score since the 59 minutes. As Kilkenny make further changes. That's Killian Buckley, I think, is now officially on. I think he was on a moment ago. And Gerard Hegarty is the player that's making way for Limerick.
Conor Boylan came in there, Marty, and
there's Conor Boylan from the Piercing, just been introduced for Gerard Hegarty. Making the announcement there is Jerry Grogan. I think I said he was from Castle Island. He's actually from Carrickfinn. So just wanted to correct that for Jerry's sake before he starts giving out to me.
The same but different, as they say.
John Donnelly playing, gone off. As the ball is dropping down into the waiting hands of Graham Mulcahy. Sideline ball for Kilkenny. Paddy Deegan going to take it. It's strange, actually, Michael, when you think about it, that when Kilkenny got that Paddy Deegan goal, it actually seemed to inspire Limerick to greater heights. We just follow this through as TJ Reid comes in. There's a chance here. Nicky Quaid stays on his goal line. He gets the ball out. There's Kyle Hayes. Conor Boylan gets a touch. And the second one. Back to Kyle Hayes, who gave it to him originally. 3 against 2 up here. And once again, it's that great workhorse for Kilkenny, Paddy Deegan. He gives it everything. Killian Buckley sends it down the middle. Little flick on for TJ Reid. Getting by Will O'Donoghue. Still TJ Reid on the 45. Floats it in. That's a great ball. There's a chance of a goal. And Nicky Quaid stands firm. And
it was David Reedy.
From the back is David Reedy, I think.
David Reedy got back. Look at the ball by TJ Reid again over the top. Mossy Keown, and look at Reedy in with the block. He tracked the run all the way. Great play.
Wonderful work by the centre half forward who came back tracking on the Kilkenny man, Alan Murphy. At least 3 minutes before the full-time whistle blows. And Limerick make history. Graham Mulcahy is having a go, but a bit optimistic. Ball is wide. 6 wides for Limerick in this All-Ireland final. Adrian Mullen going long. Martin Keown. Kyle Hayes. They have so many potential match winners, Limerick. You can take your pick. Anybody in the full back line, anybody in the half back line, and certainly up front. They are truly worthy All-Ireland champions. Ball comes down into the corner again. Peter Casey, 4 points. Going for his 5th on the turn. The reaction from the crowd says it all. He's having a game and a half, like so many of these Limerick beautiful hurlers that are playing for their county in the green and white. You have to applaud them with this sort of a display.
Yeah, but Conor Boylan again, you know, it comes on, the players come on, Conor Boylan, they fit straight into the system. Without Sean Finn, without the great captain Declan Hannum, 2 great players, you know, just get on with it, and put on the second half display. They've scored 20 points now in the second half, as good as display in the second half you'll ever see in an Ireland final.
Kilkenny, as always, never giving up, trying to get this across in around the square. Limerick are back there in numbers. Richie Reid lending assistance to the attack. Cian Lynch, Carl O'Neill steps by the challenge as if it wasn't there. Puts it into the space. 1 against 1. Gillard. Good work, great work. Mikey Butler. Great bit of stuff, Mikey Butler.
He sure is. And you know, Kilkenny have battled, Marty, all the way through. It's hard to believe. It's only a few minutes ago we were talking about the 2-point swing, the Liam McCarthy.
Liam McCarthy is heading to Shannon-side with an 8-point advantage. We are now 45 seconds or thereabout away. Derek Lang will be hugely disappointed, but he has to be proud. Has to be so proud of a gutsy, wonderful performance by Kilkenny. As the sideline cut is put in, it's across the face of the goal and wide. With John Kiley 7th year in charge, 13 finals. He's won every single one of them. It's a golden era for Limerick now. Immortality beckons. Martin Keogh twists and turns, looking around to see if anybody is available. Richie Hogan trying to get the ball in, but again Limerick are there physically standing up. Cian Lynch, 10 seconds to go. Dropping the ball in, dropping it in and dropping it over the bar. Fantastic. John Kiley, Paul Kinnerk, they know they have it now. We're gone past the 73rd minute. Cork, 4 in a row. 1941, 42, 43, 44. Kilkenny, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. Limerick joined the elite of Limerick, joined the elite of hurling by also achieving 4 in a row. They are the All-Ireland champions. They've done it, the Shannon-siders. John Kiley, Paul Kinnerk, Cian Lynch. They've all contributed to a magnificent time. Alan Cunningham from Wolfe Tones in Shannon. Heartbreak for Kilkenny. Green and white, the dominant colours. The joy etched on their faces. From 1973 to 2018, Limerick won no All-Ireland. And then this group of young hurlers from an under-21 team came along with a great manager, John Kiley. And look at what they've done. They have written their own story, their own chapter. Green smoke billows out of Croke Park. Wherever you are in the world, it is Limerick, 4 in a row All-Ireland champions. Limerick, 30 points. Kilkenny, 2 goals and 15.
Yeah, Marty, unbelievable. I think, look, the first half, it was probably cagey. You were expecting Limerick to get going, but it didn't happen. 1-9 to 9 at half-time. But I couldn't see coming what happened in that second half. Limerick scored 21 points. Dermot Burns, Kyle Hayes, Cian Lynch, they were the men that led it, but then they came from everywhere. Peter Casey, 5 from playing that second half. Hegarty came into the game. David Reedy, all over the place. And then Cathal Lee came on and scored 2 absolutely fabulous points. One of the great team performances that I've seen in that second half. And what great champions. What great champions, you know, 4 in a row, 21 points to 1-6 in that second half. That says it all. What a performance. Congratulations to one of the greatest teams of all time, if not the greatest team. Well done to Limerick.
Derek Lang congratulating John Kiley. And Kenny gave it absolutely everything. 1-9 to 9 points at half-time. And it ends 30 points. And remember, Paddy Deegan's goal came early in the second half, and you thought, OK, the momentum would swing to the Cats. Well, what a response by the champions.
That's it, Marty. I think 10 minutes to go there. That 65 that wasn't given. There was a 2-point swing. There was 22 points to 20 was the score at that stage. And, you know, they were in the game, but that was it. After that, it was 2-14 to 22 at that stage. And after that, Limerick just took over and put on an absolute exhibition in that last 10 minutes.
Limerick have won 5 Munster championships in a row, 4 All-Irelands in a row, 5 in 6 years, as well as 3 Alliance League titles. I think they deserve to be acknowledged as one of the greatest teams ever. Let's go down to the sideline to our sideline reporter, my colleague, Damien Lawler.
Thanks very much, Marty. I'm here beside Peter Casey. Peter, what a turnaround. When Paddy Deegan got the goal, the response was 10 points to 1. Can you talk me through that, please, including your own cameo as well?
Yeah, I suppose at half-time, we weren't happy with, let's say, our own puckouts, their puckouts. Kilkenny were just a small bit more hungrier than us in the breaking ball, and I think we addressed that. And I actually think we started the second half well. Paddy Deegan's goal in was like a sucker punch. But listen, we've been here before plenty of times, so we've loads of reference points. So just absolutely delighted just to get the kick out of the boys again. I think I'd say we got the next maybe 6 or 7 points after Paddy Deegan's goal, which was obviously huge to not only get back the goal, but you know, to maybe push on again and get the level, because obviously we're 3 down at half time as well.
Peter, you said loads of reference points. Can you just talk me through those? Like, what is the culture of being a Limerick hurler? You reset and you reshape so many times when you're difficult scenarios, but that doesn't happen by chance. Can you give us some background into that?
To be honest, it's just the history we've had. Like, you know, obviously we've all grown up. Listen, we've been successful underage, we've been unsuccessful. You know, there's been plenty of times we've up and downs through our career as well. But listen, we managed to stick together, and obviously, listen, our backroom team is absolutely phenomenal. I can't speak high enough for them. You know, Paul Kinnerk, all the lads, John. I'm not going to name everybody here, but it's fantastic just to see, and obviously the lads kicking on there as well. Just brilliant to get over the line. Just
Dermot Burns grabbed that game by the scruff of the neck, among many others as well. When you see a figure like him doing it, Peter, does it lift the rest of you all over the field?
Oh yeah, of course. Like, listen, our half back line is, you know, well over 6'2", 3", like, you know, so it's brilliant, you know. And obviously when we see those, it's just a platform for us to kick on and try and get scores. And it's up to us then inside to try and do the damage inside.
Peter, final one for you. You got 3 points there. You know, nobody doubts your class, but when a game isn't going your way for so long, as a forward, what's the key secret to stick in there?
I think it's just patience, Damien. Listen, like, again, we've all been here before. It's just trying to stay patient as much as we can, and hopefully they'll come our way.
History made. Well done, Peter.
Thanks a million, Damien. Cheers. Thank you.
And Dermot Burns is here as well. Dermot, I'll go straight away to yourself. Dermot, the game was there to be grabbed by the scruff of the neck. You're one of the guys that stood up and grabbed it. Can you just talk me through what happened after Paddy Deegan's goal?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Jesus Christ. Look, the Kilkenny brought exactly what we expected. Just pure intensity, just honesty. We always speak about the Kilkenny teams in the past, but they're a real replica. You know, they've inherited that. That's just in their DNA, to work hard, and them lads just die in their boots. And we've seen a couple of big moments to step up, and we did across the field in small bits here and there, and we needed a big talk at half time to get us going for the second half, and you kind of see the response in the second half. Lads were just immense there.
Saw the response, but Paddy Deegan found space up the left hand side, got a goal. That could have rattled you guys as well. What was the thought process on the field after that goal went in?
Are you blaming me for that, yeah?
No, I'm not brave enough to do that.
They get one of them. No, they did. That's it. That's the relentless we talk about. And we know that they just don't go away. Look, we got a good few scores in the second half. We brought our game plan. We enforced our game plan and what we're trying to do. And we got a lot more scores. What we want to do. I know, as I said, that goal is just an example of what they can do. And you never switch off for these boys.
What your teammates enjoyed. Well done, Dermot. Back to you, Joanne.
And hasn't he earned the chance to enjoy it as well? What a leader, Dermot Burns, the current hurler of the year, and what a performance in this All-Ireland final, which means that Limerick have joined Kilkenny and the Cork team from the 40s in winning 4 in a row. Liam, you were obviously there the day that Kilkenny did it. We didn't think that this would happen possibly again, but certainly not so soon.
Look, you know, it's a real mark of champions, Joanne, the way they went about their business in that second half. You know, they were dealt a huge blow, and, you know, full credit Paddy Deegan. He was knocked over here and all of a sudden he's up and he's banging the ball into the back of the net. But the way that team reacted, you know, you felt like every time Owen Murphy had the ball and he poked it was like hitting it up against the wall, but the problem was the ball, it was coming off the wall and it was coming back with interest. And I mean, their performance for that 10 or 15 minutes in the second half where they grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck, it actually was a joy to watch. And they're true champions. The way they've gone about their business today, you know, Kilkenny, valiant as always in their efforts, but just couldn't do any more.
True champions for the 4th year running. Let's see them get Liam McCarthy once again with Marty.
Wonderful scenes of joy and happiness around Croke Park. Tears of joy there, captured in that close-up shot of John Kiley. Larry McCarthy, president of the GA, presenting the Liam McCarthy Cup now.
Cogardicus le Limnock, Dimmershivgus Sarwan, you've 4 in a row, gentlemen, is a magnificent achievement. Congratulations. Covrol, le Kilkenny, Dundonald Leal, Nero and Law, Livanova, Condout, Lesson Fernlags and Culturatag with Bekshivarashan and Shogyaun Tamil. Ladies and gentlemen, please give referee John Keenan from Ockram and his team of officials a round of applause for their contribution to today's game. Our gratitude as always goes to our partners, Bord Gosh Energy, Centra and Air, sponsors of the All-Ireland Hurling Foot Championship. Goramila Mahagwiv. And as a wonderful inter-county season comes to a close, we now start the club championship season. Club hurlers will have the time and the space and good conditions in which to grow and develop, and I'm looking forward to some great club games over the next couple of weeks. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, in Derry, we open our World Games. 1,500 people from as far away as Cambodia and Argentina are gathering for a festival of hurling, camogie and Gaelic football. Big file to more roid goody and so shocked and shot. It now gives me a great pleasure to present the Liam McCarthy Cup to the captain of the Limerick team, Cian Lynch, who becomes the first man from the well to receive the McCarthy Cup, Cogardicus.
Limerick win their 12th All-Ireland title. and joined the Cork team of 1941-44, a team that had former Taoiseach Jack Lynch, and the Kilkenny team of 2006-2009 that contained the King Henry. Limerick have a team of leaders, but none more so than Declan Hannon, who missed out on playing today, and Cian Lynch steps in to lift the Liam McCarthy Cup right beside Declan Hannon. Limerick All-Ireland champions for the 4th year in a row, 2023.
Tá ná Sarman Jove, chun an Curran seo Gacha, San Fuirin, Limna! It's an absolute honour to stand here and accept the Liam McCarthy Cup. And I suppose looking down at these group of men in front of me, panel of 37 lads, the sheer honesty shown over the last number of years, last number of months. I suppose from the outside in, we may look like a team, but we're a family. We stand by each other, the bad days, and even more so in the good days. And I suppose I want to pay a special tribute to a few of our men who are unfortunate to miss out. Jimmy Quilty, Sean Finn, Rich English, Mark Quinlan, and of course our captain, Declan Hannon. To our management team, I suppose a man we refer to as an absolute genius. He has us day in, day out on the pitch, going through different skill sets. This man, I suppose, his knowledge is something we've, I suppose, grown to love and be so intrigued by what he knows and his knowledge of the game. So, our hurling coach, Paul Kinnerk, thanks a million. Our strength and conditioning coach, I suppose he has a tough old job at times. A few of us came back in the winter a bit on the wrong side of the scale, but Carbrow Caherlan, thanks a million. To our other selectors, the work you do, guys, is unbelievable. The words of encouragement and advice that you give day in, day out, it doesn't go unnoticed, and we really appreciate it. So to Donald O'Grady, Angus O'Brien, Alan Cunningham, Timmy Houlihan and Alan Feely, thanks a million, lads. A special group of people who I suppose I've worked closely with over the last year, and they're unbelievable how they've dealt with whether it's a little niggle, whether it's a serious injury. But to our medical team, led by Dr. James Ryan, physios Mark Melbourne, Sean McAuliffe and Amy O'Mahony, you're unbelievable, lads. You left no stone unturned, so thanks a lot. I suppose arriving to training, the cones seem to be left out, the water, the drinks, any equipment needed, and sometimes we wonder how it gets there, but it's our logistical team led by Ever O'D and Conor McCarthy and our kit man, Ger O'Connell. Our team performance coach, I suppose a group of lads, 36, 37 men panel with backroom team. I suppose this lady has come in, has been a mother figure to each and every one of us. I suppose we love her like a mother and we really appreciate everything she does. So Caroline Curd, thanks a lot. The stats we get week in, week out is unbelievable, lads, and I suppose led by statsman Shawnee O'Donnell, the work you put in, Shawnee, week in, week out, following games, following training sessions, no matter what it might be, we really appreciate your work. And to the guys, Kieran Hickey, Rory Maher, Dinny Ahern, Dara O'Grady and Conor Ahern, thanks a million, lads, your work is unreal. Our nutritionist, another guy who's had a tough job at times with a lot of us, but Murray, your work is unreal. We really appreciate your knowledge and everything you do for us week in, week out. So Owen, thanks very much. Behind every team, there's a leader. And our leader is a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader, a person who's given us all opportunities over the last number of years. A man, I suppose, we look to for great guide, support, week in, week out. So John Kiley, Thanks a million. Our sponsors, JP, Noreen and all the McManus family. The work you do for ourselves as a team, the people of Limerick and people all around the country. Your work is unbelievable, guys, so thanks a million for all your support. Limerick County Board, led by Chairman Seamus Mack, Secretary Mike Reardon and Treasurer Sean Burke. Anything we needed, guys, you've given us, so thanks a million for everything, so enjoy this. To the players' families, wives, partners, brothers and sisters, I suppose you've to deal with us on the dark evenings in January, February when we come home. Training mightn't have gone so well, our moods mightn't be great, so thanks very much for standing by us, so enjoy this as much as we will. To the match officials today, you refed an unbelievable game, guys, as always, so to the ref, umpires and all the backroom staff, thanks a million for all your work. To Kilkenny lads, I suppose we've had unbelievable battles down through the years. You're a team we respect, both on the pitch and off the pitch. How you carry yourselves, how you've set this game in stone, and we look to you for, I suppose, how you've gone on and continue to keep fighting back and keep pushing. So Kilkenny, thanks a million, fair play to you. Last but not least, to the best supporters in the world. Ye stand by us through thick and thin, down through the years, guys. Let's go and paint Limerick green. Limnockaboo!
And the Cranberries ring out once again around Croke Park. Something lovely about Cian Lynch, 12 months after he was brought up on crutches to help Declan Hannon accept Liam McCarthy, that the roles are in reverse. I'm sure they much prefer Donal Logue, but both of them were obviously on the pitch. But what a return to action for the man. Number 9 on his back, but he played a lot of that at the centre forward position.
Yeah, what a performance. What a performance out the whole lot of them. Float like a buffalo, sting like a bee. They stampeded the Cats. From about 30 minutes gone there in the first half, there was no question as to who was going to be the winners. Like, all great teams change the game in some way and leave a legacy. And I think Limerick's biggest one is that they've raised the standards now for everybody. Yes, they've had great players for the ages. You could list them all out. But Cian, listen to his speech there as well. One of the other reasons why they got a load of good people together outside of those great players. They've now raised the standards for everyone in terms of professional standards, the way they go about the game, every box being ticked. And there's one way to answer unequivocally, are they the greatest of all time? And who is going to bet against them 12 months from now, them being here after doing 5 in a row?
Well, there's something. Let them enjoy maybe the 4 in a row first. Donal Logue makes this point about having all the people around them. We talk about the processes, how they believe in Paul Kinnerk, they believe in the game plan. Don't you have to have the best hurlers on the pitch as well, Anthony?
You have brilliant players, you know, and kind of no egos in the thing, Joanne. Like we'd have been saying going into today that Aaron Gillane and Tom Morrissey were the 2 real informed forwards. Didn't really click. That doesn't bother them. And this is the fantastic thing. Like, what setup would allow us into that dressing room earlier today? And most counties going for 4 in a row would have said, oh, Jeannie, no, don't jinx anything. It's just confidence. It's about winning another final, a game in front of you, go and win it, and it's the overall. But, like, to see some of the scores, Peter Casey threw over, Dermot Burns is one from Clay, the quality, Cathal O'Neill when he came on. So he'll be coming next year. Cathal will be demanding his place sharply, I think.
And 30 points for 4 finals in a row.
And they hunted it down, 30.
They wanted that 30 point.
Did you see the reaction of Paul Kinnerk and John Kiley when the 30th went over?
I did, and also the reaction when Aaron Gillane went from a score from a sideline, which is not their approach.
But I think they get 21 points in the second half. Tells you all you need to know. But I suppose all the plaudits generally go to the men up front. But like defensively in that second half, they were awesome. right across from 2 to 7, because they were under pressure here. In front of us here, Owen Cody had a half chance for a goal, and you just say that they blitzed them in the second half. There was no ball let in behind that half back line, and inside every one of them were on top. And even David Reedy, when they had a chance of a goal late on, who was the man back? David Reedy back making the interception. So
but looking back now, Liam, that wind, like the wind was a factor in the first half. When that advantage was gone, Kilkenny, they just couldn't work the ball up. They did nothing else. Kilkenny brought nothing else to the game other than that tactic that was there in the first half.
I say we did touch on it at half time, not knowing ourselves, but they had given so much commitment to the first half, and against this conditioned machine, I heard Kieran Carey describing it earlier in the week, is the machine back. They're so conditioned, they're so, like, how long has Cian Lynch been out for? And to come back and to play at that level, the biggest day of all.
And of course, we might talk about Peter Casey from a couple of years ago as well, going off while after scoring 5 points in one half of hurling, half go off with a cruciate injury. And what a performance once again from their quarterback, their goalkeeper Nicky Quaid. He could well be in line for another All-Star. He is currently pitchside with Damien, we hope.
Very much, Joanne. We've got young Dahi and Nicky. Dahi's getting excited, Nicky. How does that feel?
It's unbelievable. It's very hard to put into words. It's just an unbelievable feeling. Just real relief more than anything.
What was the hardest, stopping shots from there or trying to mind Dahi in your arm?
This fella keeps you going, all right. But look, it's just, I suppose we're on the crest of a wave, and we're just delighted to be able to get over the line today. It was a serious battle, and thankfully I suppose once their second goal went in, we really, I suppose, fellas stood up, and thankfully we pushed on from there.
Nicky, just what's it like with a young family, young kids at home? You're trying to balance everything. You've brought your game, you brought the art of goalkeeping to new levels, but to come back home to these little fellas, how hard is it?
Look, it's difficult, but it's more difficult for people at home more than anything, to be honest with you. Like, we're doing something that we love doing, and the sacrificing people at home really is the important thing. So, look, I suppose they don't belong grounded if things go well or things don't go well, so I better keep going.
Go on, you're doing your bicep curls. Back to you, Joanne.
Oh, poor little Dahi. He doesn't look like he's enjoying it like the rest of Limerick.
He nearly dropped Dahi.
that man doesn't drop anything, so I think Dahi was safe. There you go. Not too much involved in the celebrations, but there's another player. We talk about these generational talents, and you see somebody like, Donal Lowe, to see the goalkeepers. We talked beforehand about Owen Murphy versus Nicky Quaid. We also talked about the fact that perhaps puckouts might be gone over.
Yeah, when we speak about taking the game onto another level, right? We've been Owen Murphy, no question, he's an outstanding goalkeeper, but for me, Quaid is the pick, and the reason being is you can put your house on him in terms of his consistency, the way he's ensuring that Limerick are keeping possession, never panicking. Even when the conditions were like this today, I was saying, right, this will be a tester for goalkeepers, especially with the pressure that they're under in terms of being accurate from their puck out. Time and time again there today, he was just so safe with that ball. A perfect example of players who've taken it on to another level is Nicky Quaid.
I remember seeing Liam Sheedy and his two girls, and you could see them getting older as the years went on. We see that with John Kiley's as well. It's gorgeous to see. I've never seen him look as emotional or as struggling to deal with what has just happened as he was today.
Yeah, and I think he was feeling the pressure a little bit. I thought, Joanne, I thought some of his interviews after the match, I thought the 4 might be leaning a bit heavy on him, but it's not leaning a bit heavy on him right now anyway, I can tell you that.